problem.
What?
I don't know. Tell me something really lovely that you remember from your childhood. Something that you remember fondly. Is that hard?
That feels like hard work.
Okay. Then tell me something special that you remember about Marianne. Or that you think about Marianne. I don't know. Anything.
One of the very first lovely and special, unique memories I have in relation to Marianne is actually the time immediately after her birth. I had been ready. I had been ready to give birth. I had been ready to give birth to her for some time.
Yeah.
But because I had been so sort of quiet and undemanding, not making a big fuss.
Yeah.
The nursing staff didn't realise actually how advanced I was.
Yeah.
Not that I was, but that the labour was.
Yeah.
And because her dad, who was there with me, dozing, was a doctor and also a friend of Cheng Lim, who was the obstetrician I'd gone to for Marianne's care. When they finally realised that actually I was more or less fully dilated and ready to give birth, and I was getting wonderful pushing urges. So apparently Cheng Lim had not been kept informed of the progress. So as a consequence, after that, I had them all putting pressure on me to kind of almost cross my legs and do nothing. To basically not let the birth happen.
Why?
So poor Marianne, because they were obviously thinking, Keo's a doctor, the obstetrician is his good friend, old school friend, he's supposed to be there for the birth.
Oh, okay.
And now they had missed the signals of knowing that she was ready to arrive.
Yeah.
So they were basically trying to cover up their own error or oversight or whatever. So, but I was supposed to bail them out of the problem.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course, in that moment, I didn't recognize that that was what was happening. I was just in that primitive state and wanting to birth.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was having to, the contractions would come, or the pushing, this wonderful pushing thing would come, and I'd be told to just breathe my way through it, pant out the other end.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine, that was pretty frustrating. So eventually Cheng Lim arrives in the door, because this was all happening at about 3:30 in the morning. So Cheng Lim arrives in, and literally, instantly I birthed. Because the poor child had been ready to do this for quite some time. So out she pops. And the thing that was so amazing, and I suppose particularly in light of being thwarted, in those last minutes, was that the whole sensation of birthing Marianne was extraordinary. I had been asleep for Michelle's birth. I had been knocked unconscious by Bethany. And also that had been forceps delivery, so I'm probably very glad I wasn't awake to experience that consciously, although the body still moves the experience. But anyway, So on this occasion, I was able to give birth to Marianne just so naturally, so freely. She just but it was the whole sensation of it. Was the word I would use is empowering, but it's even more than that. It's like there was nothing painful in it. There was nothing painful in it. It was just something utterly brilliant. To the point that I said to KO, and I don't know how soon afterwards, but it was pretty soon. What?
No, the microphone is at the bottom.
Oh, is it? I didn't know. This is the petrol station, by the way, Sean, up here on the left.
Right.
So I remember saying to KO, let me see if I can get the right words back. So it was very close to something like, I have to do this again. It was something so magical, wonderful. There may be a speed trap.
Yeah, he just told us there was.
Yeah. Because they often have one at this junction. So, so it turned from, as I say, this being a held up sort of experience into something, my Lord, that was amazing. And so I remember having her in my arms, having brought her up to me. And then shortly after that, of course, they had to do a bit of repairing. There was a little bit of tearing. So they were busy doing their stitching and whatever else they wanted to do. But I had Marianne up here holding her. And somewhere down the corridor outside, somebody banged the door. She jumped. So it's like, my God, you're so aware. You're really tuning in to what's going on in your environment.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and I spent the next 3 hours, once they did their blinking stitching and I was able to get away from them all, back in there was a room actually, a private room, just Marianne and myself, and I swear to goodness for the next 3 hours I just had the most wonderful time holding her, carrying. We went for a walk. I was so energized and strengthened by birthing her that we went for a walk, and KO's brother-in-law, Jukun, his sister, Aswan, was in the same hospital, in the same maternity ward at the same time, having had her little boy earlier that day, I think. So she had her baby, and here I am, all walkies around, and I'd only given birth like a few hours ago, or not even a few hours. But totally enjoying, really, enjoying in the true sense of the word, just full of joy from the experience of birthing her. It was really wonderful. So how's that?